Hello and welcome everyone to another Northgard video on this channel. Today I have the Stag clan silo build order for you. This build order will help you to keep your food income quite high no matter what your food resources are. So you will only need tiles with food on it no matter if it is fish, a field or hunt. I think the strategy should be in particular very good on Ragnarok since you will only get hunt and fish right there. I'm gonna go into a more trade heavy direction of this build, but you can totally go for a more offensive approach if you wanna do so. At the start of the game I start of course with the scout camp because I want to know what is around me. I don't build the wood camp in my main tile anymore because I usually want to see if I maybe have two forests around me and maybe to use my main tile for markets later on. You can build the house right away if you want, so I usually wait with that a few seconds because it could be that there's a better tile to build it around me, but in most of the cases it will land in the main tile anyway, so you can just do that if you want to. After that I want to colonize a tile with at least 2 free building spaces that I can't choose completely freely. Right here it is the stone tile with 3 building spaces on it, and I have one more for the stone right on there, so I can choose 2 buildings that I built there. It will be the wood camp, and after the wood camp is finished of course the training camp, so we can clear out the tiles around us. I actually got a quite lucky spawn right here with a lot of sheeps and the shipwreck, but don't fear, I will only take advantage of the ruin right there since I think most of the games you will have something like this, and I guess the ruin should be the weakest thing you can actually get. With your scouts you want to find both of your stones, your lores and your iron. After or while you're still doing that you can start clearing out the tiles around you. You can also scout a little bit more if you want to find better tower positions or other things. If you have a food source that is better than fish, so at least a hunter's lodge or even better a field, you should build that as soon as possible after the war camp so you can get the food bonus out of it as soon as possible. You can see right here that I forgot to clear out the 2 wolves in the south that will give me a few problems in the later stages. But I always keep in mind that you will have a little bit of bonus gold with the Stag clans, so you can clear out those wolves even later on, what I should have done in here. The next building you want to build is the second woodcutter's lodge. I just built it in my main tile right here because I didn't have a second forest or a better tile to build it in. I went for the next food tile in here mostly because of happiness reasons and because I should have enough food to colonize one more area with the Stag clan, and I could even be able to build another hunter's lodge and should do so if I have enough wood for that. You can't cut that out if you don't have that good of a food economy, maybe because you went for the middle or something like that. So if you don't want to go for the second food building, I would suggest to build the house then afterwards. That will get you up to 16 population and you will not need to think about your population in the next time. You should of course also build the house if you went for the hunter's lodge at this time. You should watch out that you get your lawmaster in place around September or maybe a little bit later. I think I forgot it here for a little bit of time, but I should be just okay because of the ruin. Other than that, you want to have 120 to 130 food in your bank for the winter and enough wood to build your dock antiquary before the winter at best. That would be 130 wood on top of that and 10 gold, but usually that shouldn't be an issue as the Stag clan. As soon as the winter starts, I will try to get as many villagers as I can on the docks, woodcutters lodges and the stone quarry. In the winter time I will also go for the ruin because in the winter I want to have the most villagers on jobs that have nothing to do with food. If I have some fishermen's huts, this is of course a different deal, but I will still not focus on food in the winter. At first we will be going for the sharp axes lore. After that we go for mining efficiency. We are looking for eradication and advanced silos to boost up our silo income by a lot. So the more food tiles you can get, the better. Don't even need to get workers on every tile right there, because I think from the 3rd silo it would pay out to just build a silo on the tile. After we got that, we can focus on weaponsmith to go for a little bit more aggressive play. We could follow that up with fur coats or defensive strategy, both very good choices, but it depends a lot in what situation you are right now, if you want to attack or you rather defend. And after that you would be looking for young and proud, a really strong lore that would give your military units 3% attack for every happiness you can acquire, up to a maximum of 25%. You can also look to go for the trading part, that is of course going for trading. Then you can go for value of great deeds or coinage, whatever you would like to do. I guess value of great deeds would be better if you have more docks. And after that you could choose for carpentry mastery or erudition, while I don't think both of them should be all too strong in this build. I built a tower there right on the wolf cave because I don't think I will be having my war chief that early. You can also work around that if you want so, of course, to make the build a little bit faster. Other than that, I will build my Hall of Skulls right here in the main tile. It's usually not that what I want to do, but since I have not that many space right now, I will just build it right there. And also I will finally finally clear out the wolves in the south right there. Even though I already had eradication, I wanted to go for my main hall upgrade first, so I can upgrade my wood camp soon, so I can get way more wood to even get both silos quite quickly. As soon as you have the eradication lore, you should look out for building your silos quite quickly, and I had the luck right here to even have rats in front of me. But even without coming rats, you should look out then to build your silos quite quickly, since they will give you quite a good food bonus already, and the coming food bonus will even help you way more, even without upgraded silos. You can feel free to feast at any time at this point, I just didn't have the food for it, but if you want to slay some sheeps for that matter, you can definitely feast at that time to get your fane a little bit quicker and make the whole build a little bit quicker. After your first stone starts to expire, you should build your second quarry of course, and I actually like to upgrade the silos just right after the wood camp as one of the most important things you have in this build. Could already have the advanced silo tech at this time, or it will be coming in, so your silos will really start carrying you at that point. After upgrading both of your silos, you should upgrade your Hall of Scouts to keep your happiness a little bit high and keep the villagers flowing. After upgrading my silo, I hit Fane quite late, so I guess that you should have hit that until that point already. When you hit Fane, you can go for the next tile and build your dock right there, because you will need a lot more gold income. At the start, I like to go with sailors for this build, even though that the Stag clan doesn't get shipbuilding, but you will really need the lore to carry on through this game. Later on, you can go for coinage and add a few more merchants to get a little bit better gold income, but for the start, you definitely need the sailors to keep your lore income high. You can also upgrade your sailors as soon as you can, as they are one of your most important workers in this build. In this build I should have also upgraded my hunters right there. I will in general do this quite late here, but you shouldn't make this mistake. Build your house at the right timing so you don't get housed, and the healers aren't necessary if you don't have that many low villagers right now. If you can push it a little bit back, it would of course be great, because you can then use the wood and stone to rather upgrade the dock. You won't need as much food over the winter, because your silos food production won't dip over the winter months or even in blizzards. So the food count you can go into the winter with can be way lower than you might expect. I want to upgrade the dock here really early, because my gold income really weren't that great, and I should maybe have focused on that a little bit earlier, since this is more of a trading attempt right here. But with 7 low villagers, you of course need to build the healers right there to help you a little bit out with that. You can upgrade your food buildings, while it shouldn't be the most important thing to do anymore, since your silos should hold you up quite good. If you still want to do it, you can do so of course, since it will help you quite a bit if you want to have big armies running around the map without having food problems. You can go for a house upgrade with this build, while I wouldn't really suggest it, since you will miss a little bit of stone there. Usually you should have just enough stone to upgrade both of your docks, both of your trading posts, your Hall of Scouts, your healer's hut, 2 of your silos, or maybe more if you don't want to upgrade a food building. That means if you want to go for that, you will not be able to upgrade one of these things. I was actually quite lucky right here to have the wolf's cave right next to me that give me the 5 stone to make that possible. So I went for the markets with coinage here. We'll build a light post soon. Usually you should look out to have the light post up a little bit earlier, so you can already start with a little bit smaller trade route to get a good start off. But in general, this build can of course be taken way more offensively, and you can try to attack your enemies also, because the silos will be a really good help if you want to keep up big armies while a fight. So I really hope you enjoyed this build order video here, since this has been quite some time since I have uploaded the last one of it. If you enjoyed it, maybe leave a like under this video or subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you back in the next video, and now have fun in Ragnarok with the Stag clan silo build. Bye bye!